Can anybody tell me some of the things that we accepted just being normal for us? Like raise your hand. I just want to hear the things that people that we accept as a whole. When you talk about your family members, like what do you think about that we accept as just being the norm for us without knowing the truth about Kashaw? Come on, Bunky. Make sure your brother get a mic. Turn the mic on. Come on, Bunky. Yeah.
Sir.
Just
living in poverty.
Poverty.
Living check to check.
Mm-hmm.
Slug, sir.
Hold tight. Yeah, I was like, you thought one you had something?
Come, so I was just gonna say to go what Officer Bunker y'all said, just like, like the decadence and the things we go through in the ghettos, you know what I'm saying? Murder. Just last week, a 3-year-old girl got killed down the block in Durham, and that's something that's kind of normal at this point. We hear it all the time. Slaki.
Do people do we still mourn for children? I don't see it as much. You hold on, hold your point. I don't see us mourning for children as much as we used to. That was a time that if we seen children being harmed or being taken advantage of, someone would always stand up and take, take that position to protect that child. Now it's damn near like a joking manner. You understand? When we talk about the young sisters taking advantage of, being pimped out, or the trafficking that's abundant in the earth right now. No one is really stepping up into that gap and saying, hey man, something is wrong with this. Come on, Thaba One.
It's like, sir, if I could real quick, what you're saying is real heavy because, that famous story about those 4 little girls, that died in that church bombing. I think it was in Alabama, in like the 60s, that, national news. That was something that was taught to us in schools. It was a big deal. Now little kids getting killed and shot and everything like that is like, it's so normal. The story about this little sister that just got killed in Durham, I doubt, I haven't seen it nowhere else except on Durham News. You don't see nothing about it nowhere else, Salaki.
And you know what? Our leaders have failed us, man.
That's right.
That Christian church has failed us. All the things that we bought into as Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, those things has failed us as a community. You understand what I'm saying? Like your parents, grandparents, fathers, mothers has given over a lot of money to that goddamn Christian church. You know what I'm saying? They're giving up a lot of money for us to embellish the lies, Darash. You get what I'm saying? So what are the things we talk about have we accepted for being the norm?
Slug, sir, if I may.
Look,
come on, Darash.
Just some of the women feeling like they can have more than one husband or more than one man at a time.
Gone. Yeah, you know what? And this is a thing. I hear some sisters talk about how can you be with one man for your whole life? Why would you not want to be with one man for your whole life? And you're like, well, what if the sex ain't this, and what if the loving ain't that, and what if he don't know how to? Well, what are you comparing that to? You get what I'm saying? How are you comparing your love life or your sex life to all the partners that you have? When are you ever going to be satisfied? You get what I'm saying? How would and same thing for men? Oh, this woman got this type of box, and now that she do this, and brother, wait a minute. If you perfect the thing that you have with that sister, guess what? You can over time you can fix those things in a marriage.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Same thing with a sister. What good is, you know what I'm saying, good loving when you hate each other, when you don't know how to speak to each other, when you don't know how to treat each other. You understand? And guess what? These things are pushed at by our leaders. When I say leaders, if you turn on BET, what BET was supposedly stand for, Black entertainment, and that's what we become when we talk about Black, Hispanics, Native Indians in the earth. It was damn near a shame to see them sisters dressed the way they were dressed during the BET Awards, man. And these are our so-called leaders. Right. Your sons and your daughters look at these people as being important in their development in life. They look past you. They look at the people who they see on television. That's why we have to take control of our households, right? You understand? As men, sisters, you have a very important role to play. So when you talk about what we've just begun to accept in the earth, man, it's heartbreaking. We almost like we raise our hand and accept being the permanent underclass in this empire. So much so that even Donald Trump says you'll be able to get what type of jobs? Anybody know what type of jobs you'll be able to get? I want you do you know
Black
what was said?
jobs.
Black jobs.
Like
So what the hell is a black job? Somebody explain that to me, because I want to know what is a black job.
Salaki, sir.
Let's set it up the right way though. You know what they told us last 2-3 years? They said all of the illegals are coming into the states and they're taking what? They're taking our jobs, right? Donald Trump doubled back and say, well, you be able to get black jobs. So what jobs were the illegal taking? Now they considered to be black jobs. So what jobs were they taking, Salaki? Come on, brother.
Salaki, I was just gonna say a black job is a job that white people don't want.
What are you right? What? Come on, Bunker, yo.
Or should I say the elite white people don't want.
Nah, you said it right the first time. Come on.
So when you think of the service industry jobs, working in retail, working, in a grocery store, working in a restaurant, all during the pandemic, they titled them essential workers. Those jobs are the jobs that he was referring to, because I don't know too many black folks that's willing to go and work in the fields like the migrant workers. I'm not. Salaki.
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Come on with it, Giannis.
If I may, sir, like black job is like a misnomer, right? Because when you say black jobs, it's like jobs that black people control. And we don't really control any damn jobs at all, man. We don't control any segment of this society as far as labor is concerned. You understand? We get in where we fit in. And that's the truth. We get in where we fit in, and we don't have control over any kind of jobs anywhere. So that whole thing is just a psychological ploy, understand what I'm saying, to get black people to think that Trump is for them. That's all it is.
And it actually, I think that they playing in our face when you say that. Because when I think about how important our brothers and sisters are, we are leaders, man. We are leaders. There is no industry, there is no job industry that you can think of that we are not essential in. You understand? Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. The McDonald's brand became popular because of Calvin. Y'all remember that commercial? Calvin was going to people weren't even. I'm bringing this up. I'm gonna tell you this. That was a story that I found out about Cadillac. Right? Cadillac was supposed to never sell their cars to blacks. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody ever heard that story? They would never supposed to sell their car to black people, but they began to fail because the sales were so low because the people who could afford them as black people would give the money to white people, and the white people go buy them cars for them, and then they would give them over. Well, somebody came up with the idea that, you know what? We should probably sell to black people. We should probably sell our cars to black people. And don't you know their revenue increased 70%? Think about the money that we spend and where we spend our money at. They benefit from us in every aspect that you can think of. You know who benefits the most and destroys us the most? Who benefits the most but destroys us the most?
Salaki, sir.
The oppressor.
The oppressor.
That's true, but I'm looking for something very specific, Baba Kashaw.
Salaki, sir. I think I would say the small hats, they benefit the most.
They do, but I'm looking for something very particular. Looking for one word, and we all know it. It begins with a C.
It's like it, sir.
Come on, Kawhi.
Christian church.
Christian church. The Christian church. Our leaders have convinced our people that all the answers to their prayers is in the Christian church. Our leaders have taught us no matter what you're going through, you can always go to the church. Well, that's a lie. Because we've been giving over tons of money to the Christian church and we're still destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? So I was just looking up the different, based on what Yonazar said, the different sectors of the job market, right? Construction, manufacturing, utilities, retail, trade, information, professional and business services, education, health and social assistance, leisure and hospitality, federal government, state and local government, agriculture, fishing and hunting, and non-agricultural, self-employed. I don't think we lead in any of those sectors, but you know what we do? We spend a lot of time in investing into those sectors. You understand? And we reap none of the benefits for them. We're able to feed our family, put a roof on our head, put clothes on our back. And that's what we have to focus on. We do those things, we'll be Tawab. But trying to join his empire is something that the Most High never wanted us to do. Living like the other nations is something that the Most High never wanted us to do. Because he understood if you join another nation that's trying to rule over you, you're always going to lose. You're always going to be in a subservient role. So how do you win in a society like this? You win through brotherhood. You win through sisterhood. You win through not thinking that you have to do everything by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You win by making those corrections in life once you see that you're wrong in what you're doing. You can't continue the same process thinking that something will change. You're going to struggle. You're going to pick another president another year during another election, and he still wants you working black jobs. They did away with affirmative action. I was speaking to a sister a couple of days ago. She literally lost her job because they did away. I think it's DEI. Well, what does DEI stand for? Anybody know? Diversity, inclusion, and equity. That's what it inclusion and inclusion. So y'all, Jonas, are you familiar with what they did with the affirmative action rule with the Supreme Court?
Yeah, they basically abolished affirmative action, sir.
Affirmative action. Can you run that? Come on, Bunk, y'all. You found something on it already?
Sir, I was just reading an article today about Kamala Harris and how there's a Republican senator out of Texas who basically called her a diversity hire.
Why?
You know?
Oh, for her to even be in the position as VP. Good night.
All the groundwork, that she did, locking up black and brown people in California as a attorney over Oakland, San Francisco, or whatever, overlooked that and said that she was a diversity hire. Salakia.
Damn. Let me come on with it, Yonazar Salakia.
Like one of the things that we got to take note of, right? It's like white supremacy is something that we've accepted, you understand, as norm too. And what we got to see, and a good example is what's going on in Mexico. In Mexico, a small hat woman with a small hat name is the president of Mexico. So we see the oppressor, what he's doing is he's circling the wagons around his dominance over us.
And you know what we should see as Black, Hispanic, Native Indian? This is a time for us to clean up our lives and join together. You understand?
That's right.
Because if not, the slaughter is coming, Akim. I'm telling you, Commander General Hunter said it last night. He said they're pushing everything in a way. They talking black jobs, and what they're saying to the lower class white folks, that we're going to make sure that these scums of the earth never get over you. And I'm going to ensure that we'll have them back in the cotton fields. We'll have them back in the tobacco fields. we'll have them back in the plants.
Salakia, sir.
And you know who I fought for telling us we should be a part of his empire? Once again, our stinking leaders, man. The Martin Luther Kings that always want us to somehow be a part of this empire. And here it is now, we fighting in 2024 for so-called black jobs. You see, it's all,
sir.
come on with it, Yonazar. Salaki, brother.
Salakia, sir. Like, you just made me think of something because, okay, so now today, well, not today, yesterday was reported that the Kenyans that are in Haiti have helped take over a hospital that the Haitian gangs was supposedly had control. Also, there's a series on Netflix. I can't think of the name of it. It's like some kind of superhero type of movie. And 4 of the 6 heroes in that movie series are Hamites.
Oh, Hamites.
Yes.
See, blame your leaders for your condition. Take a good look at what they tell us a leader should be. Then take a good look at what Commander General Hunter represents. That's what a leader looks like when he's talking about the brothers and sisters, and he's making decision to only help us. Everybody else, when you talk about leaders, they'll always talk about including everybody else. But when you come to a UPK cookout, it's only us in there, bunker, y'all. We're not feeding the other nations, man. When we go out we go on the street corner, we'll give them that. We can have that, but when we talk about things specifically for us, Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, this is for us. Let me get the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 31, Baba Kushar. This is what has happened to us because of our disobedience. You understand what I'm saying? These are the things that happen to Black, Hispanics, Native Indians because we're disobedient. The leaders that are over us, they're over us because we're disobedient. The churches that we give all our money to and accept their lies, we're stuck in there because we want to be disobedient. Right. You come into the I.S.U.P.K, you will be forced to change. You cannot come in here and stay the same. If you're going to show love, then show love. If you're going to give forgiveness, goddamn it, give forgiveness. If you're not, get out the goddamn door, man. You're wasting everybody's goddamn time. You can't stay in here and harbor hate against your brother or sister. Because if not, you'll be just like this verse is about to read. Read, Darash.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 31.
Come on.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine ox. And thou shalt not eat thereof.
Go ahead.
Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face. And shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies. And thou shalt have none to rescue them.
Now, what is this verse saying? I'm telling you, this is about the conditions of Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians today. Now, somebody break this thing down to me. Why is this being said in this scripture? Come on, Akim, let's go.
Back here, if I may.
Come on, let Darash answer it.
This is kind of going into the curses of disobedience.
Okay.
Meaning, so like thine ox shall be slain. All the things that you own or possess, you have no control over. Be taken from you.
Right. Because in that day, just like today, there are things that we have that are valuable. You understand? When you talk about an ox shall be slain and taken away and given to your enemies, those are the things that help you to survive. Right. You understand? Those are the things that make sure your family eats. You understand? And the Lord said, because of our disobedience, those things will be taken away. So think about what we've lost in his empire today because of our disobedience. How are you going to feed your family when you're disobedient to the Lord? You're going to end up doing what? Serving your enemies for the things that you should have as your own culture, as your own race. You understand what I'm saying? But when you're disobedient to the Lord, guess what, man? You lose all of that. We stuck like Chuck. We're in the middle of a rock and a hard place, if I may. Can't kill nothing, won't nothing die. Y'all ever heard that? That's what we are as Black Hispanic Native. We're sitting around waiting for somebody to see us as being valuable. So much so that you got Jay-Z complaining about Beyonce not getting a goddamn Grammy. You're supposed to be a billionaire. You can buy Beyonce how many damn Grammys that you want. But what it really shows is how selfish you are. Because you was concerned about the recognition of Black people and their accomplishments. You and all your billionaire friends should have done what? Put your money together so Black people can get the recognition they supposed to, that you say that they deserve. But you don't want that. Black trophies ain't good enough like the white folk trophy. That's what you want. You want recognition from who? The oppressor. Because they know without a shadow of a doubt, if the oppressor does not see it as being something good, brother, you won't get recognized for it. If the enemy can't use it for something being good, then it means nothing to you. You understand what I'm saying? There is no value in it until the oppressor says there's value in it. And you look at the climate of today, there's the demonizing the Black man is at an all-time high. Demonizing the Black woman, showing her Charleston White he's funny. He out there, but he said something that is real heavy. I thought was outstanding way of thinking about it. They're pushing out Black women to only be able to be sex workers, if I may. You understand?
Right.
They're literally pushing out women just as being sexual ornaments. That's all you're being able to see in the entertainment business. You understand what I'm saying? They hide the sisters that are doctors. They hide the submissive women that are raising their children and making sure the homes stay together. Those things are hidden from you. The accomplishment that women behind closed doors, those things are being hidden from us. You know what they're not hiding from us? Ice Spice. Icy Hot. Ain't her name? Icy Hot. Ice Spice.
What you do?
Gosh be gosh. That was her name. Yeah. Ice Spice. They're not hiding. They're not hiding Sexy Red from us. They push those sisters right in front of our children. They pushing the Glorrillas. I ain't got no, ain't got me. What the hell? Hold on, wait a minute, sis. I'm riding in the car with you. What you mean you ain't got no nigga? Hold on, what happened? Y'all see what is happening? They're turning us into an enemy. So that way, when you get ready to go into that job market, as before long, you know how you fill out the ethnicity on there? Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Before long, you got to check that box to say Black jobs only. You're gonna go on the damn internet and be looking for Black jobs. That's a tough pill to swallow. And we went to Atlanta, and the poverty that's in Atlanta, my brother, forget about it. You understand what I'm saying? We better start taking care of each other because we are the enemy in this empire. We better start looking at each other as being brothers and sisters. Let's fix our flaws. It's enough of that to go around for everybody. You can't just look at Darash and say, Darash, he's the only problem. No, Darash is not just the only problem. Somebody said, when you point a finger at somebody, how many you got pointing back at yourself? Come on, man. You don't understand that our enemies, just like the verse said, because of our disobedience, is taking every single thing away from us. They removed the fathers out of the home. Now the women are raising these young boys, and these boys are so effeminate. Anybody say anything to them that they don't like, go get the scrap. Let me circle the block. And then you got brothers that are going live and losing their life live.
Right.
Julio, Fulio, Julio, what? And everybody stuck talking about he's on goddamn Twitter right in front of the grave hunting his ops. Nigga, what? The hell are you talking about? This is a young brother that has lost his life. And we only interested in what he's putting on Twitter. We done lost our goddamn mind. We got our minds.
Salakia, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazar. Salakia.
Like, I just want to say something pertaining to the scripture that you brought out that was so heavy. Is
Please,
that
brother.
like the ox and the ass, like everything that we've created in this society, man. I mean, we've contributed so much, and I'm talking about the whole Western Hemisphere. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that we've created, music, food, everything that we've created, the oppressor benefits from it more than us. You understand? That's the ox. That's the ass. Everything that we created, every music form in the Western Hemisphere was created by Israelites, man. But
and more importantly in that verse, it says shall be given to your who? Your enemies, man.
That's right.
That's in the scripture.
Cap is ready, sir.
And with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain 9 Thought Ben Yamin. Y'all clap it up.
Hi, Nakim. How we doing?
What's up, sir?
You know, good?
Cut on one car.
All right.
Awesome.
Where we at, Zion?
I was just going into Deuteronomy 28 and 31, Darash. I was commanding Junior Hunter last night doing the job that he does so excellent, sir. That black job thing's really struck a chord with me, out of one. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? You know, that black job is like, I don't know. When you see our people and how great we are, and the way this empire just shrinks us and say, get in the corner, like we're not responsible, like we haven't been contributors to this society. Why it even propped up in the first damn place? So I remember how the general was saying, like that came a time when we was in Egypt where the Pharaoh no longer remembered the contribution that Joseph had given to Egypt, and they put us back, you know, built all these monuments and gave over our children to the empire, you know what I'm saying, to the empire Egyptian, and the same thing is happening in his empire today, sir. So like
that's right. Let's go to Exodus.
Come on, cuz.
We could start there. Go to Exodus. All right. What's that? Exodus 5 and 7.
Just let you know, we do have some questions in the room in Durham, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay, start with the questions, and then we'll come to it.
Okay, obviously Yanazar has two, and I have a question as well. Go ahead, Yanazar.
Okay, Salakia, sir. It's Ecclesiasticus 36, 18, and 19. It's my first question. Salakia, sir, let me get there.
Hold on, let me go with you, right?
Kind of one console.
Ecclesiasticus.
Yes, 36, 18, and 19. Okay, if I may, sir, I'll read.
Go ahead.
It says, the belly devoureth all meats, yet is one meat better than the other. Verse 19, and the palate tasteth divers kinds of venison, so doth a heart of understanding false speeches.
So tell me where that's again.
This is Ecclesiasticus 36 and 18 and 19, sir.
36, 18, and 19. Okay. Go skip up to verse 16. Right?
Verse 16. Reward them that waiteth for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful.
I say, know what that 17. Means, right? What does that mean?
Mean that we true to it, man. We true to this work, man.
Yeah, but okay. It says what? Read it one more time.
The rocks.
Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful.
Just I don't know why you're breaking up. I don't know if it's me. Hold on. You all hearing him clear?
Gun one con, sir. You clear?
No. I'm talking about Yanaza. Are you all hearing him clear? Meaning there's no break up in his words.
Loud, sir.
Well, that's me. Okay, come on. Come on, Yanaza. Go ahead.
Verse 17. O Lord, hear the prayer of thy servants according to the blessings of Aaron over the people, over thy people, Salakia, that all they...
Salakia Yanaza, that verse 16. That verse 16 is important. All right.
Okay.
So it says, reward them.
Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophet...
So hold on, there's a comma there. So you want to pause there for a minute. Right? Reward them what?
That wait for thee.
Reward them that wait for thee. What does that mean?
So that means those that stay in the truth?
Yes. So reward them that wait for thee. Right? In this job, what you need? What do you need to stay in this job? What is it telling you?
Patience.
That's it. You need some patience. You understand? You don't have any patience. You want justice right now. Some of us, you know what I mean? A woman do something wrong, brother, you want that justice tonight. You want that justice tonight. That B has to get, you know what I mean? Has to get dealt with tonight. You know what I mean? But you're going to have some what? Some patience. You understand? Some of us be so impatient that we go out there and try to do what? Try to get justice. When you have to have what? Patience. You know what I mean? Your time ain't the Lord's time. And the Lord's time ain't your time. But guess what? We better be what? What we better be?
Patient,
and we better be ready. Like you always supposed to have that garment on. You always supposed to be in that camp mode. You understand? You don't just leave camp and then you go back into civilization. Yes, sis, ready. You understand? You just can't. You can't do that. That's what Christians do. What Christians do? The revel for the whole week. You understand? Smoke marijuana for the whole week. Come on.
They call them Sunday morning Christian.
Yes. You can't be a Sunday morning Israel or a Saturday morning Israelite or a sundown Friday to a sundown Saturday Israelite. You can't be a sundown Israelite that. You understand? You gotta be an Israelite, what, 7 days of the week, 24 hours. You understand? In your sleep, you don't lose battles. You understand? You dreaming on your bed, you are not waking up sweating as if you lost a battle. You wins everything. You understand?
Most High in Christ.
Come on. Read on.
Verse 17. O Lord, hear the prayer of thy servants.
O Lord, hear the prayer of what?
Of thy servants. According to the blessing of Aaron over thy people.
No, hold on. Don't leave out that part after D. Reward them that wait for thee. And
let thy prophets be found faithful.
You understand? You have a job as a priest and prophet of the Lord. You understand? You have a responsibility. You understand? It's saying what? Let the what?
Let thy prophets be found faithful.
Be found faithful. You can't be found, you understand, with a cigarette in your mouth and saying you're a prophet and priest of the Lord. You understand? Give me one minute.
If you missed the Atlanta cookout, go ahead and make sure you get ready for the Midwest Fire Weekend, Bob Kushar. Go in and get ready for the Midwest. Reserve your rooms. Get in contact with your camp leader. Let's show support to the Midwest.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Kind of one concert.
All right. You can't be found with what? With a cigarette in your mouth. You understand? You can't be found in a strip club and saying you're faithful. Yeah, we know you're faithful too. You understand? You ain't faithful to the Lord. We see where your works is. You understand? Read on.
Kind of one con. According to the blessings of Aaron over thy people.
Hold on. You understand? Verse 7. Oh Lord.
Kind of one concert. Oh Lord, hear the prayer of thy servants.
Yeah, so this is somebody who is what? Praying. You understand? Somebody asking the Lord to hear his prayer. You understand?
Yes, sir.
This ain't, you know what I mean, Esau. The Lord don't hear Esau praying. You can see it. You understand? He is not running this place because the Lord heard his prayer. He's running this place because we did not obey God. You understand? We failed to obey God. It's not because he prayed the most, he's the best of us. No. You clearly see he's the worst of us.
That's right.
You understand? When it comes to morality, when it comes to integrity, he is the worst. That's why the Lord labeled him as a what? As a beast, as an animal. Right? Read on.
According to the blessings of Aaron over thy people.
Mm-hmm.
That all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the Lord, the eternal God.
Right? What does this prayer song like?
It sounds like 83rd Psalm.
Huh?
Right.
Psalm 83.
Yes, it sounds like the prayer you say for the curses. You want it to be known by all these heathens that what? That the Lord and the angels have done it. That's what you want. That's what we want. Tab one, get that video of them men with drawers over their face, hide with the whole cutout, you know, with the white drawers over their face, trying to hide. Get that video from me. Read on.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
The belly devoureth all meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yet is one meat better than another?
All right, read on.
Verse 19. As the palate tasteth divers kinds of venison,
mm-hmm.
so doth a heart of understanding false speeches.
No, Tabo, no, I didn't send that video for you, but it's all over the YouTube.
Yeah, the Patriot Front March. That's what it's called.
Tawada. You know what I mean? The man with the pantyhose and thing on over the face, with the eyes cut out, the hide in the face.
In Tennessee, the Patriot Front March. I think that's what it's called. No.
Yeah, Yaniza, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get 18 and 19 for you, right? Okay. I'm gonna get 18 and 19.
I got one more question, sir.
Come on.
Come on, sir. Mm-hmm. My question is in Ezekiel 33, 17 through 19. Ezekiel 33, 17. Kind of one concert.
Okay. Come on.
Ezekiel 33, 17 and 19.
Go ahead.
It reads. Okay, it reads. Yet the children of thy people say, the way of the Lord is not equal.
No, hold on.
But as for them, their way is not.
You understand? You said Ezekiel what?
33, Let me make sure I'm getting. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. It's Job. Salakia, sir. It's Job 33. Salakia, sir. My bad.
Job.
Job 33.
Job.
Salakia. Job 33, 17 and 18.
Okay.
Right? 17 through 19.
Come on.
I'm gonna start at 16, sir. Okay.
Come on.
Then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction.
So start at 15.
That he may withdraw.
Start at 15.
Sir. Verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed. Verse 16. Then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction.
Right. So this sounds like a what? This is a what? A vision he's speaking about here, right? Right. When you lay down, right? You could receive what? Instructions from the Lord. You understand? While on the bed. But guess what? You just can't wake up and go willy-nilly and say, I'm going to build an ark right now. You understand? You're going to have to come to who? The priests and prophets of the Lord. You understand? All right? All right, read on.
Then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. Verse 17. That he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide
that he may withdraw man from his what?
His purpose. And hide pride from man.
Right. From who's his purpose? What is his purpose? What is his purpose? What is that talking about? Come on.
His purpose is to make Christ and the Israelites rule the world, as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, but read that part. That he may what? Withdraw man from
his purpose.
Yeah, because some men go to bed dreaming that they're going to be what? That they're going to be a professional player.
They're going to be rich.
Yes. And they go about trying to do what? Be what? Trying to be LeBron James. You understand? But that is his purpose. That ain't the Lord. That ain't going to bring Christ back. You understand? Winning a basketball ring is not bringing Christ back. You understand? Winning the World Cup is not going to bring Christ back. You understand? You might have a dream to, you know what I mean, to be president of whatever, United States or whatever country, but that ain't bringing Christ back. That's your purpose. That's his purpose. All right, read on.
And hide pride from man.
Why? Why is he saying he hiding pride from man? Why he had to hide pride from you?
Yes, sir. Because before pride goeth destruction.
That is no, you're right. But why? Because you will be what? You will think what? Well, a running what's a good speed for them football players?
A 9.9,
9.4.
A 4.240.
A 4.2. You running a 4.240. I come and tell you, brother, you don't need to play football. What's gonna happen? Your pride is gonna get in the way. You'll be like, nah, hell no. Ain't nobody running a 4.240. Ain't nobody running faster than me. What you talking about? I'll be like, brother, we need to go to camp. We need to do this, that, the other. Nah. Slack, yes, sir. I'm gonna go do this. I got this. Trust me, I got this. Not saying a brother can't aspire to do it, but if you're aspiring to do it over the Lord, meaning that take precedence. You understand? You're not even trying to use that to help the truth. You understand what I'm saying? You're using that for what purpose? What do men use sports
For yourself?
Like the other ones.
Meaning what? Come on.
Yes, they use it for themselves. They have like selfishness in their heart.
Bring it home to me. You know what I mean?
Like,
bring it home to pretend you're talking to a young, you know what I mean, a young man who in front of him he's seen the whole world. He not seeing the truth. Come on, Baz.
oh, Salaki, sir. I was gonna say for his purpose, but if
You are right. You are correct. And what is his purpose?
his purpose is to serve his
Money.
own personal gain.
Money. Yes, you're right. And what? Today, what?
And fame and fame
That's
and
it. That fame, that glory that comes with it. When you get to a certain standard, right? What do they call LeBron James? What's his shoes?
Like they call him the GOAT.
Not just the GOAT arc.
a star.
No.
The GOAT.
They don't call him King James.
A legend.
Oh yeah, King James, and that pride, that pride can puff you up.
It does. Why you think LeBron James not in here? Because in here he'll come in and he'll have to not be King James. He will just be what? Joe Blow that's going to sweep this floor, clean that toilet, and sit his butt down in all black and learn. You understand? He ain't King James in here.
Kind of one.
You understand? You're gonna be young man
Salaki,
James
sir.
in here. Come on.
Salaki, so I was gonna say, like a lot of them, they don't want to be humble. They don't want to humble themselves. That's what I was gonna say. That was my answer there. Like a lot of them don't humble themselves. That's why they're not willing to give up that status quo, that level of fame.
Yes. So guess what? Guess what the Lord saying he gonna have to do, Giannis? That was the Lord saying he had to do.
He has to hide pride from man.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do it, or else, you know what I mean? How Esau has this place running, you one click, your son one click. You know what I mean? One click from a dislike to putting a noose around his neck, putting a gun in his mouth, or your daughter. You understand? Because of that fame, that glory, that money. You understand? And all that is what? Pride. Right? Read on.
Khan. Verse 18. He keepeth back his soul from the pit.
He keepeth back what?
His soul from the pit.
What does that mean?
Salagi, sir. He keep him from going to the condition of hell.
Yes.
He saved
from
basically,
yes, from getting hurt. You understand? From getting punished. You understand? And then it could go all the way to what? Dying. You understand? How many people let's say got shot over the weekend? Who are the article?
So like I said, you talking about in Chicago?
Yeah, just in Chicago, I believe.
102, I believe.
Yeah, get the article for me. Get that article from me. You understand? That this is the pit it's talking about. You understand?
So, Lakius, are you talking about the July 4th article that happened, the Independence Day in Chicago, the July 4th thing? Is that what you're referring to? Because that's what I saw.
I talk about the weekend. Somebody pull it from it. It has an article out there. Oh, let me see if I have it on my phone here quick. But there's an article out here where it talks about the amount of people getting shot over the weekend and how much died from gun violence.
Is Chicago, sir?
I can't remember if it is Chicago. It could be Chicago.
Come on, I think it's like 100 people that were shot in Chicago over the 4th.
And how much died? Come on, somebody send the article to what's this to Tabo One. Somebody send an article to top one quick.
So it says July 14th.
Go ahead, read it. Kowal.
Kind. It says Chicago shootings, at least 109 shot, 19 fatally in citywide holiday weekend gun violence.
You understand? And this is what the Lord trying to do. What? He's trying to keep you from this pit. He's trying to keep you from that pit. You don't want to be a what I.S.U.P.K calls it, a statistics. You don't want to be that ark. You understand? Right? Read on it, Yanazar.
And his life from perishing by the sword.
Oh boy. You understand that?
Kind of
you know what I mean? So people want to say what? The Lord is at fault for all of this, right? But he created us all, right? He could stop all of this. Yeah, Negro, if you listen to him, if you obey what he tell you to do. You tell it don't celebrate July 4th. You tell it don't celebrate these holidays. He told you not to do these things. You understand? He told you not to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. He told you how to deal with your brothers. You can't go committing adultery. You can't go around stealing, murdering. You understand? You can't go around doing these things. You can't go around abusing children, abusing women, abusing men. You can't go around doing these things. Or else you're going to do what? You're going to perish by the sword. Is either your homeboy, you understand, who you grew up with, you know what I mean, going to do it, or what? The cops going to do it, or you might die in some accident, some freak accident.
Like you, sir.
Come on.
You see the rookie cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah, I forget his name. He died in Maryland, right?
I think so. In a car accident with two of his high school teammates.
Yep. Yeah.
Kyrie Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's himself. And the
Kyrie Jackson. So that's his name.
Yeah, they're portraying the woman on papers like she, you know what I mean, like she's a not, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, like it's not a shocker, basically. You understand? They don't have a you know what I mean, a good picture of the sister, and that's always their way of trying to say, you know what I mean, this worthless piece of whatever did this crime. You understand? When we shouldn't be given Esau the opportunity, you know what I mean, or the, you know what I mean, no way to speak about us in the way he speak about us. But that's only going to happen if we obey what the Lord said to do. We're going to have to be what? As a people. What are we going to have to be?
Holy.
Separate.
Holy, yeah. Christ said it. We're going to have to be what?
So like you, sir.
Perfect.
Come on.
Perfect.
Yes. As the Father in heaven is. That's what we're going to have to be. So now there ain't no news but positive news about black people. You understand? You turn the news on, brother, you know what I mean? You think black people, you know what I mean, we worse than your vultures are. You understand?
Right.
You see a vulture in your backyard, you know what I mean, or some rodent in your backyard, you want to get rid of it. You understand? And Mexicans, blacks and Hispanics right here in America, you know what I mean? We are so in their eyes. But if we perfect as the Father in heaven is perfect, if we follow the laws of God, then they ain't got nothing but positive news. Now they got to switch the whole game up. You understand? They got to switch the whole game up, arc. Like right now, is the war with Israel and Hamas, did it come to an end? No, but what they realize is what? What did they realize?
Salakia.
Uh-huh.
That Israel was getting a lot of bad publicity.
Yes. So guess what? We need to take them out there. We need to run something else, some other segment. There ain't no black people committing crime. Yeah, Biden, but ain't no black people committing crime. What about these black jobs? No. They're gonna find ways to distract you. Why? Because they're in control of the media and they know what being in control of the media does. You understand?
Sir.
Come on.
I just want to ask a question pertaining to what you just said. So could that be part of the reason why they're showing Biden in such a negative light? Because they want you to focus on him when he was the one that was kind of standing up against Israel.
Okay. You could be right. Just put it in this way. It's straight up politics. You understand? It's straight up politics. Whatever is going on behind closed doors, it could be he wants to stop, giving them or pull back the amount of aid he's giving them. So now they're doing this. This is all I know. We ain't seeing no more of the wars going on across there. We ain't hearing it. You have to go and search YouTube to find some news on what's going on across there. You turn on Fox or CNN or some major news outlet in America, you're not hearing nothing like that again. Right now, it's all about politics. You understand?
And they having the summit, the NATO summit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, they having the NATO summit that they had to come in here and lock down. You know what I mean? A good portion of Washington D.C. All right, a good portion out of lockdown. So they have enemies, but black people, you are not allowed to have enemies. Love, 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 love. Teddy bears, hug and kisses. You understand? How many of you know about Doc Mac stuffing? They want black people to be like Lamy. You know who Lamy is? Yeah, ask your daughter who Lamy is. She's gonna tell you who Lamy is. Lamy loves to hug. All the hugs and kisses. That's who they want black people to be in this place, Hispanics and Native Indians. You understand? While they, conquer the earth. Come on. Okay. Yanis, continue.
One more verse. Verse 19. He is chastened also with pain upon his bed.
Go ahead.
And the multitude of his bones with strong pain.
This one I had to get for you, Yanis. I forget to break down with this verse right here. I'm gonna get this verse for you.
One concept, the what?
38 and 19. All right. Any more? Tab 1.
Come on.
You said you had a question?
Oh, come on, sir. Shalaki is Luke. Chapter 23 and verses 39 through 43. It's the one with the brothers that was next to Christ when he was getting crucified.
Let me see if I remember this. Come on. Luke 23.
Okay, Luke 23, we'll start at verse 39.
Okay, verse 39. Come on.
Come on, sir. Shalaki. This is the book of Luke, chapter 23 and verse 39. And one of the malefactors which were hanged railed on him, saying, If thou be Christ, save thyself and us.
Right. So one of these bastards, right, was saying what? Why is he saying this?
If I remember correctly,
come on.
When Christ was crucified, because it was a common thing, so it was like capital punishment, like going to the gallows. So Christ was being crucified with two other people, and one of them because Christ under his crucifixion, it said, they put the little sign, to mock him, saying, here's the Hebrew, the Latin, the Greek, here's the King of the Jews. So he's like, well, if you the Son of God, one of them is like, if you the Son of God, then get us out of this.
Yeah. Who that song like? Who that song like? That sound like everyday Christians.
Come on.
They want to see a what? From you Hebrews. What they want to see?
Miracles.
Hold. You said it. Hawan.
Miracle.
Yes. They want to see you turn water into wine. These bastards want you to walk on water.
So, like I said, would it be the same thing as saying they want to see a sign?
Yes, they want to see a sign.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely want it, like this bastard on the cross right here. Like, he deserved to be on it, but the way he's speaking is like, well, nigga, come on. If you the Jew, if you say you're the king of the Jews, come on, do your thing.
It's like it, sir.
Come on.
Was he trying? Was he like serious or was he mocking?
Is okay. Meaning, you asking if he being sarcastic or is he mocking Christ?
He could
be doing the both of them. You shouldn't be talking to a prophet of the Lord like that. You shouldn't be sarcastic to a prophet of the Lord. You shouldn't be trying to mock or provoke the prophet of the Lord. You understand? And the best of us, come on. Wait, read on.
Sir. Saying, if thou be Christ, save thyself and us. Verse 4. That's
like that bastard. What's his name? Nathaniel. With him mocking Christ. You don't want to do that. You look simple. You look stupid doing it. You understand? Read on.
Verse 40. But the other answering rebuked him, saying, does not thou fear the Most High, seeing thou art in the same condemnation?
You understand? Like this brother, you know, when he had camp, right? A brother might be in the truth, but he hearing you talk, and he knows the truth. But there's another bastard heckling and trying to come up against the camp, and then this brother's like, "Yo, calm yourself down. Yo, you need to listen. What this brother's saying, what this brother's saying could save your life.
That's
you need to stop that. You understand? And some brothers be ready to fight the other brother. Come on,
Salakia. That actually transpired this Friday at camp. There was this offer out there. He was mocking. He was saying the worst about Commander General Yohana. And we're disciplined. We hear that all the time. And we didn't make a move on them. But there was a brother out there that had on tassels, and he was like, "Yo, why don't you shut the F up? We trying to hear. We trying to listen." And, that he was ready to fight the brother. Behind things that he was saying. So Salakia.
Yeah, and that's how it goes. Some people will know that what you brothers are saying is the truth, but they may not have the strength to come in, but they know what you're doing is right. You understand? Right? Somebody's bars.
Yes, sir. Like that video from the DC camp when that heathen was like, "May God strike me down right now."
Oh boy. Next thing you know, a lightning in the form of a fist. And he was on the ground. I was right there.
That video brought me the truth, sir.
Yeah. You know what he did, right? After he fell on the ground.
Sir.
I was right there. He pissed on himself.
Oh, snap.
It was bad.
Good night.
It was bad. He was leaking, not from the cuff. You understand? It wasn't blood. Night. It was piss. It was bad.
Good night.
Be careful where you ask for. Lord, strike me down right now. Okay.
Right.
All right. Lord heard you. All right. Read on. Read on. You with me, tab 1?
Come on, sir. Verse 41.
Uh-huh.
Come on, we having a little technical difficulties. Like I think it rebooted. Sluggy, sir. Oh, we should be good now.
Like,
Verse
you want me to
41.
pick it up, sir?
And we indeed justly.
Somebody was saying something?
So
I
I
think
was
there's
just
a
asking if
delay,
you
sir.
wanted me to pick it up. They was having technical difficulties.
Fayetteville, could Darash read it?
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 41.
Mhm.
And we indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds.
Mhm.
But this man hath done nothing amiss.
What is that saying, tab 1? Who's talking here?
So, like I said, that's the other malefactor that was there with Yahweh Shai on the crucifix.
And he was saying what? What was he saying?
Salakia.
Uh-huh.
That they deserve what they're getting, but Christ didn't deserve what he was getting.
Yes, correct. They deserve what they were getting, but not Christ. Right? He was just going in further to explain to the other dude, yo, we getting what we asked for. You understand? That's why it's so, you know what I mean? It's so, how to put it? You know what it's like? It's like me and you go do a crime, but the court might block behind. And now guess what happened? What I start doing? What I start doing, Ak? Come on.
You start singing?
Yeah, I start ratting on everybody, the whole crew, while eating a box of fried chicken. Yeah, well, Baz, he was the one who really pulled the trigger. Abraham, yeah, he was the driver. You understand? And I get to go home without doing time. You understand? You understand? Like, you don't want to be put in this position. He was like, well, I did the crime, so guess what? Well, yeah, I did it. It's me. I was the one. I did it. You understand? I deserve to be put on this cross next to Christ. I did it. All right? You know what I mean? Some of us want to be in the streets and expect, you know what I mean, and expect the next man next year to have some street code. There's no code in them streets. None whatsoever. None. You're gonna get that other malefactor next year. Who gonna be what? He gonna be singing to go home. You understand? All right, read on.
Verse 42. And he said unto Yahushai, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom.
Right. So he's saying what? Remember me when thou comest into what?
Remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom.
Right. Top one. This is the question you have right here.
Salaga, so can you hear me?
Perfect.
No, it's the next verse, but this is part of it. But yeah, this verse and the next verse, because Christians use this to try to say, you know, we'll read it, but they try to say that like that means that right when they all died, he was like up in heaven, like immediately, like chilling with Christ. So I got like a meme today where it was like that, like yeah, like he was just up there, like he ain't do nothing, but he's just up there chilling in heaven. Like, hey, man, I met this guy and he said I would be with him, so here I am. So I was wanting to get the proper breakdown on exactly what Christ was saying when he said what he said. Salaki.
Read verse 43.
Verse 43. And Yahushai said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise.
What does that mean? What is he trying? What Christ trying to tell him? Okay, what would you have to believe in for you to understand this?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Is he saying that in the kingdom, meaning that when Christ is in rulership, not that very day, but what he's saying is when Christ rules, then he's going to be in the kingdom with Christ, not that very instant.
Okay, come on.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna have to believe in. That it's fair to, fully get to understanding what this man is saying here. You understand? Because they know when they die, they come back. They know what they're paying for right now. Is the reason why they're on the cross with Christ is because of what they did. You understand? And they know they're going to have to come back and be what? And be judged. You understand? So he's telling Christ, in your kingdom, just remember me, please. Why? Because he don't want to be what? He don't want to be what? Say that one more time.
So like, sir, I say he don't want to be in the same position that he in now.
He don't want to be in hell.
Yep.
In Christ's kingdom. He don't want to be in hell. Because Christ, what was Christ teaching when he was here? What's Christ teaching?
The law.
Salakia.
Come on.
He was teaching to repent because the kingdom of heaven was at hand.
Yes.
So like, sir,
that
your judgment was going to take place under the sun.
Well, okay, no, bring all of that together. Put all of that together. What was he teaching?
The truth.
Yes. What you all sitting on here learning today come from who?
Lord.
This is from who? From Christ. This is what he was teaching. Everything you're learning in the school today is what Christ taught his disciples. Otherwise, why are you sitting in class here right now? Why are you sitting here? What's your reward? Giannis, I remember that scripture we read about the reward.
One time, sir.
What's your reward for doing all of this?
The kingdom of heaven, sir. Rulership.
Yes. Well, if you do evil, if you end up doing what this guy did and you in that position, you know the reward you was going to get. Well, he was asking Christ to do what? What he was asking Christ to do?
He's asking to be remembered and forgiven.
Yes. You understand? And Christ tell him, this day you will be with me in where?
Paradise.
In paradise. You understand? All right, read on.
Verse 44. And it was about the 6th hour, and there was a darkness over all the earth until the night.
I think that was it. All right, so read verse 42 again.
Salakia, verse 42.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. And he said unto Yahushua, Lord, remember me when thou comest into thy kingdom.
Into what? Into what?
Into thy kingdom.
Where is Christ's kingdom?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
On earth in Israel.
Yeah.
Earth.
Yes. Yes. That's what Christ's kingdom going to be. On earth. Remember what the Bible, what does the Bible say in I think it's 2nd Ezra 6:54? This earth was created for what? For our sake. Christ is your king. That's why voting doesn't make sense. You could go dip ink, get ink, you know what I mean, up to your wrist. And that ain't gonna change the plight of black people. You understand? Come on.
I got a question on this topic.
Come on.
Like, okay, could you explain? This is the lead into the question that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain the difference between the spirit and a soul?
Spirit and a soul.
Kind of.
Okay. Soul Okay. Soul could either be what? In context, could be speaking about what?
Like who the person is?
Meaning, yes, meaning it could be speaking about when they say 70 souls came into Egypt, what in context, what is it saying?
People.
Yes, a body, people, person. You understand?
Right.
Right? Or in context, it could also mean what they're talking about.
Character.
No, with the soul, because remember he asks between what soul and spirit, right? Your spirit, right? Depending on the context, it could mean also what your soul.
Okay,
you understand?
So
Depending
they
on the
can-
context
so-
it's used in.
Okay, so Salakia. So like in the instance of John the Baptist and Elijah, right?
Mm-hmm.
John the Baptist was Elijah, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when the scripture says that John the Baptist was going to be least in the kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
but so now in the kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
you won't have John the Baptist and Elijah, right?
No.
Elijah won't be least in the kingdom, right?
Baz, you watching too much Dark Matter.
Like I said, I'm just confused. That's all.
Watching too much Dark Matter. No, okay.
I don't know what that is.
No, that's a series on Netflix. Not Netflix, on Apple TV.
Come on,
You know what I mean?
It's 12.
Right? But okay. Yes, that's what it means. Bars, right? When you read, I think it's in Revelation, where it say Adam was I think it was Alpha and the Omega. He was the what? Beginning. Christ was the what?
The end.
The end. It's the same people.
So
you understand? Solomon was the most wisest man on the earth. Who is Solomon?
Christ.
Yeah. So Christ is the most what? Wisest man on the earth.
Come.
You understand?
So
It's come on.
So Salakia, out of all of the times that I have existed on this planet, and all of these different lives in the kingdom, it's just gonna be the same spirit, but I'm trying to figure out the reward, though. The reward comes from which lifetime?
Which lifetime? That's a good question, because that right there will answer your question in the question basically that what you call it Tabo one have Salaki, right? But what they're speaking about there, when Christ say you'll be with me in what? In paradise this day. All right, hold on, let me get it here. That's quick. All right. Go to Corinthians 14 and 32. 1 Corinthians.
14 and 22.
No, 32.
32.
32.
Yeah.
Salaki, sir, I got it.
No, let Baz get this one.
This is the book
First Corinthians.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
What does that mean?
Salaki, that means if you were a prophet in one lifetime, you're gonna be a prophet in the next lifetime.
Yes. Remember, and okay, Baz, you see that question I asked is the same confusion the that is what separated the two sects, right? And the two sects they had at the time, the Sadducees and the Pharisees, right? I can't remember which one, right? Which one of the sects, but one of them who were they looking for to come back?
Solomon.
Yes. They were looking for Solomon to come back. You see the question you asked, right? You was saying, well, if Elijah is John, but it was told to John, then Elijah, what's going to happen to Elijah? You understand? When Elijah and John, they are the same. They're the same spirit. You understand?
Right.
Right?
So
no.
So if John is going to be, I understand what Boaz is asking, and it's a good question, because if John is going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven, then what is, Elijah going to be?
You all got to answer that for me.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
He's going to be the least.
Yes, he's going to be the least.
Kingdom.
Yes. What you want to understand is this: the Lord, he is a man of what? He a man of war. He a man of his what? His man of his word. You understand? Come on.
But I get all of that, but I guess my confusion is because when the heavens opened up, didn't like they see Moses and Elijah?
Who saw that? The two disciples, right?
One of the disciples.
All right, get it for me. Get somebody pull that for me, right? Why we deal with this one right here, right? So read that one more time, Boz.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
So we know that what? The spirit of the prophet is subject unto the prophet. So meaning if you were a prophet in times past, right? You find your way in this school, that spirit was that spirit back then. That was a prophet. You understand? Same spirit. You understand? When you die, what goes back to the Lord?
Spirit.
Yes, that same spirit goes back to the Lord. Now, just remember, okay. Well, and the reason why it's sort of meat to understand is because of Christianity and because of the witchcraft Esau placed on us. You understand? Meaning this, the Lord, right? Is the Lord does the Lord have emotions?
Sir.
Yeah, he does. But dealing with the so-called oppressor, you would never think he has emotion. The only emotion the Lord have when it comes to the oppressor is what?
Anger.
No.
Salakia, sir. God loves everybody.
Yes, love. Like you ever talk to black people and you start to describe to them the real God in the Bible, and what do they say about that? They don't want to serve that God. They don't want to serve that God.
Not my God.
Yeah, that's the saying. Not my God. My God is all love. You understand? No, because of Christianity now, we don't like reincarnation. It's extremely, it's meat. That's why when you come into the truth and you start learning to basically go into reincarnation, it might, it might be that person might just get up and be like, you know what? I need a hit. I don't need this. Because I don't understand this whole reincarnation. It's meat. You understand? Who have what asked for? When with Elijah and all of them. Right. So now remember, Moses. Was Moses a great man in the Bible? He was a great man in the Bible. Did he make it into the promised land? No. And then you had two angels. Who were the angels? Satan and who? And Michael.
Michael,
In the book of Jude. Doing what? Fighting, not fighting, but having a what? A debate over whether his bone was going to be what?
In the promised land or not.
Yes, give him a proper burial.
Come on.
You understand? Right? Which means what? That's why in here, what do we say about your work in here, Ark? What do we say? I know, give me Christ said it also too. Hold on. I'm gonna get it for you. But somebody, did you all get what I asked for? Baaz? Go ahead, Baaz. Read it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17. Want me to start at 1?
Mm-hmm.
And after 6 days, Yahushua taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart. Verse 2. And was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun. And his raiment was.
So this, what the scene here right now, right? Now pay attention to this good, right? Tell him where you're at right now. You're at what?
This is Matthew 17, verse 2.
Go ahead.
And his raiment was white as the light. Verse 3. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias, talking with him.
Read on.
Verse 4. Then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias.
Right. Why? Because these men were what? In times past, Moses and Elias in times past were what?
Great men.
Yeah, they were great men, Ark. They were great men. You understand? Right? Even though what the spirit of the of the prophet subjects unto the prophet, you understand, you are going to have to do what to keep that spirit?
Endure.
Yes, you're gonna have to work, Ark. You're gonna have to work. You don't think, well, you had the spirit and you shielded from everything. No, you're gonna have to come in here and do what? Put that work in. You gotta come in here. Come on.
You can't be like them Christians who say once saved, always saved.
Yes, you can't do that. You're gonna have to come in here and put that work in. You're gonna have to do it. Remember, Christ had how many reincarnation?
5.
4.
4 reincarnation, 1 appearance. That 1 appearance was as who? Melchizedek. What happened when he came as Solomon?
He fell. He sinned against the Lord.
Because of him, guess what? The kingdom got what? Split. And because of him, the kingdom did what?
Salakia, the kingdom went into slavery because of him as well. No.
And because of him, the kingdom is now what? Joined back together. You understand? Because of him, me and you have a what? Second chance.
So
you understand? Come on.
So, I mean, could John the Baptist redeem himself?
He could.
Why?
Why I saying he could redeem himself?
Salakia.
Come on.
Because he could be born again and be back in the I.S.U.P.K.
More than that, because we serve a what?
Living God.
We serve a merciful God. You understand? You understand? That's who we serve. You understand?
Okay.
That's who we serve. But you're gonna have to work. Christ is there, and you know that he's going to be the least in the kingdom. Why? Because of what he did. You understand? Now, could the Lord change his mind? It could. But Christ done said it already. You understand? Now, it's going to be up to the Lord to, you know what I mean, to change that. Remember, Christ works for who?
The Lord.
Works for the Lord.
The Lord has mercy on whom he have mercy on, whom he will have mercy on.
Yes. All right. But he's letting you know, because of this man, what John did today, he is going to be the least in the kingdom. Now, beyond that, I can't tell you whether, you know what I mean, what you're all going to do beyond that, but I could tell you what he said. Because I'm reading what he said is going to happen to John the Baptist because of his action. That's why you have an extreme, how to put it? The Bible said in I think is in, let me see, I forget, I always forget in this one, but let's finish this one you bring here first. Go ahead, Baz.
Verse 5. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him."
So now, Baz, was that Elias and Moses actually there?
La, sir.
Yeah, they weren't there. That was a vision.
Right. Come on, go.
And that was for the disciples to know what?
That Christ is the man.
That's it. That's why this happened. This happened to let the disciples know, follow this Negro right here. This man right here. Don't follow who? Moses or what? Elias. Follow Christ. You understand? The church still, who the church following right now?
White man, white Jesus.
Yes, but more on the topic here. Who are they following right now? Did the church baptize?
They follow John the Baptist.
Yes. They're following John the Baptist doctrine. They're not following Christ's doctrine. Christ didn't teach to what? To baptize with
water.
You understand? The disciples realized it when Christ, what? When Christ left them. Then they realized, oh, shucks. Yeah, we're not supposed to baptize with water, but with what? The word. Oh, man, we got to stop that. You understand?
Okay.
All right. Now go to
Select.
Come on.
Just letting you know, there are more questions online. Or start rocking a question online as well, sir. Just letting you know.
Okay. Tawada. Go to Matthew 20 and 16, Baz.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last.
Say that one more time.
So the last shall be first,
and
the first last.
Right. Read on.
For many be called, but few chosen.
What is it? What he's trying to say?
That so like it, sir, that let me see.
Just in the simplest form you could put it.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Meaning that many will be given an opportunity, but only a few is going to stay in the truth.
I'll take that. So meaning what? Meaning what?
Just because you called don't mean you're gonna make it.
That's it.
Select.
Say that one time. John, what you said?
Me, sir.
Select. So I was just gonna say that you have a purpose of being here. You know what I'm saying? That's purpose for. being chosen.
Yes, but okay. If you will leave the truth today, right? Does the Lord look at what you did in the past?
Sir.
No. No, the Lord don't look at what you do in the past. He does not. You understand?
The water,
What
sir.
you're doing today.
The water,
You
sir.
understand?
I think I got it, sir.
Yeah. Most in Christ. I mean, what you're doing today, what you're doing this minute, you can't say, okay, well, you know what I mean, the Lord Christ return, you with a pipe in your mouth, smoking, getting high out, you know what I mean, you enjoying life with a pipe in your mouth, and then telling Christ, well, you know what? I brought about 100 men into the truth. Where till he gonna tell you? He gonna be like, good work, brother. Oh hell no.
Salaki, sir. If I could on this topic, just to make sure I'm understanding as well. So it's like because we tend to look at these stories in the scriptures, right, in this kind of way where, like, when you say John the Baptist will be the least in the kingdom, we just thinking that even though John the Baptist himself died 2,000 years ago, you know what I'm saying, we just thinking that's saying, like, oh yeah, it's over for him, you know what I'm saying, which that might be the case, but really is it a situation where John the Baptist is an example of what not to do? That's all is there to let you know, don't do what John the Baptist did. And Christ is there as an example of this is what you should do. Christ got, I think he got called up, like who's the other brother in the scriptures that he didn't see death. He got
I think Elijah and all, Elijah with Elisha. When Elijah left, I don't think Elijah died. I think he went up or something like that. I can't remember.
Elijah went up, Enoch went up, I think, too, right?
You understand?
He was taken up in one of the chariots.
Yeah.
Come
on. Come on.
No, that's just my question. So like John the Baptist is just an example of telling us, like, listen, like, based on what he did, he would be the least in the kingdom. Can he come back and you know what I'm saying, make things right, like Christ came back and reversed or changed what Solomon had done? That can happen, but as it stands, what he did would make him the least in the kingdom.
Yes, that's like your preachers today. Like your preachers today. Can't Creflo all come into the truth?
Come.
And change his life?
Come.
Yeah. You understand?
Come, sir.
He could.
But
as of right now, he's going to be what?
The least in the kingdom.
Yes.
In the kingdom.
Least in the kingdom. He's going to be in them stables. You like horses, right? You like a mansion, right? Ain't no sweat. You'll get a city mansion and you'll get a city stables.
That's right.
You understand?
Come, sir.
All right.
Come, sir.
All right. Oh, what's the question we have up there? Tab 1.
Rock asked the question, so like, if I could, I'm going back to it right now. He said, it was one question, but it's just, he just kind of is this in a series. But he said, Salakis, sir, is there a biblical correlation to a relationship where one loves another versus one being in love with another? He further clarified, is there a such thing as being in love? And he said, should feelings of being in love?
I think the book of what book? Songs of Solomon. You understand? Songs of Solomon. Was those sisters in love with King? Is it King David or Solomon?
Solomon.
Yeah. Were those women in love with Solomon?
Was in love.
Yeah, they were. They were straight up in love with that brother. So can somebody be in love? Yeah, you could be in love. But being in love, you better be in love with a woman, right?
if I could, sir.
Come on.
Well, Salaki, I don't want Salaki. Again, Officer Rock. I'm not trying to, co-opt his question, but I believe it comes from a lot of sisters, especially like there's always this concept where they be like, I loved him, but I wasn't in love with him, or you love me, but I don't think you're in love with me, type thing. So,
okay,
like, does the scripture talk about that at all?
Okay. Let me see if I get it correct. Right? You're saying what? Being in love with somebody,
right?
But you give me the other part. But you
love me, but you're not in love with me. They say.
So it sounds like they're saying you only with me because of duty, not because you love me.
In a way, come on. Like you're with me because you have to be, but you don't take me to the movies and buy me things and want to go on nice dates and romance me and things like that to some degree. But Bob, you gonna say something, Slacky?
Yeah, come on.
Could it be would an example of that be like how Jacob felt about Leah and Rachel?
You gotta pull it. You sure that's how he felt, or that's how they felt? Because how Taba one, I think how Iraq is saying it, they're saying it in a way of how the woman is feeling.
Yeah, I'm just using an example because the scripture said, I believe that Jacob loved Rachel. It said
Go ahead. Yeah, get it. Pull it. Pull it.
So like it's gonna take me a little minute to find it. Y'all can.
Okay, I'm gonna help you with it. All right. It said Jacob what? Love who?
He loved Rachel. Because remember, he wanted Rachel first.
Yeah. Now, my question would then be, did he hate the other woman?
That's what it said, I believe.
Jacob, Genesis 29. Go to Genesis 29 and 18. Right, that could just, let me see, hold on.
Oh, Salakia, he didn't say that. It said the Lord said, it said in 29 and what, sir?
29 and 18, and then maybe 29 and 30. All right.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 29. You want me to read 18 first?
Yeah.
Verse 18. And Jacob loved Rachel. Said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter.
Right. So he served the 7 years, and what happened? What happened after the 7 years?
He gave him Leah.
He was given Leah because his uncle decided, you know what? This is a young, strong man right here. I could, I trying to get 14 years out of him. How could I do it? Oh, and you know what? Oh, I see him. He wants Rachel. I'm gonna give him Leah. Give him Leah. Now, guess what? Jacob gonna work not other 7 years because he what?
He loved Rachel.
Yeah. So now the question is, and I believe this is where the question is gonna come. You understand? And because of sisters understanding that a man in here could have what? More than one woman. You understand? The question now comes is, am I his favorite?
Right.
That's where it comes. That's where it boils down to. Come on.
Verse 31 was the verse I was referring to when I said Leah was hated.
Go ahead.
Verse 31.
So tell him where you're at. Tell him the chapter in.
Same chapter, this is the Genesis 29, verse 31. And when the Most High saw that Leah was hated, He opened her womb, but Rachel was barren.
Right. Who was hated?
Leah.
So like if I may, sir.
Yes.
Did he read verse 30 first?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell him to do.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Verse 30. And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years.
Right. So did
I don't think that he hated her.
Okay, so who hated her?
He just loved Rachel more.
That's all. That's all.
If I could, sir.
Come on.
So like I said, along with this, because obviously the Lord said when the Lord saw that he hated Leah, right? Could it be like here contextually it's saying hated, but really it just means that he didn't love her as much as Rachel. So even the other scripture that where the breakdown we use for 2 wives in Leviticus, when it says if a man have 2 wives, one he love and one he hates, is that just along the same lines where it's like there's one that's like his favorite, and then there's another one he actually hates her, he just don't like her like the other one?
No, okay. I think you're getting mixed up with this. This has to do with 2 women with competition. You understand? Hold on, Baz. Read verse 30 over again.
Just the book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 30. And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah.
So he's just saying that what? He loved Rachel more than Leah. So it's another way of saying he loved Rachel more than Leah.
So like
she was his favorite.
Yes.
So like
Come on,
that's why I was asking, could this be an example of he's in love with Rachel, but he loves Leah?
Okay, it's more so Leah is more so of when it comes to duty. You understand?
Right, like he loves her because
yes,
he has to, but he's in love with Leah. Like Leah got his, Rachel got his heart.
Yes. This is a good example of what you're saying, of what the question of what Iraq is saying. Right? Read on. Or the question is asking. Read on.
Verse 31. Salakia. And he served with him 7 other years. Verse 31. And when the Most High saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. Verse 32.
So who hated Rachel? I mean Leah.
Jacob.
Salakia, sir. Rachel.
Come on.
Rachel, sir.
Rachel. This is competition you're talking about, yeah.
I don't want
You understand? This is competition. You understand? This is competition. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 32. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. For she said, surely the Most High hath looked upon my affliction. Now, therefore, my husband will love me.
You understand? So she's saying, my husband will what?
Love me.
Right. Because, okay. Let me let me just get this part correct first with confirm it first with General. All right. The part where it says she was hated. I'll confirm it. All right. Because she did say what? Now my husband will love me. You understand? So let me just let me double check just to be sure. Read on.
Verse 33. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Most High hath heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon.
Right. Read on.
Verse 34. And she conceived again and bare a son and said, now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore was his name called Levi.
Read on.
Verse 35. And she conceived again. Jacob was tearing that thing down.
Yeah, read on.
And she conceived again and bare a son. And she said, now will I praise the Most High. Therefore she called his name Judah, and left childbearing and left bearing.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
It seems like he can't keep his hands off of it. If he asks me out of one.
Yes. Right. No, read on.
Verse 30. I mean, Salaki, chapter 30. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 30, verse 1. And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children, or else I die.
Come on, read on.
Verse 2. And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel. And he said, am I in the Most High stead?
Hold on. So like, if I may, sir.
Come on.
Just as much as he was in love, he was out of love with her at the same time. After that statement,
yeah.
Come on.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, read on.
And he said, am I in the Most High stead? Who hath withheld from thee the fruit of the womb?
Right, because Jacob know that ain't his fault, because guess what? He's lighting fire to Leah. And she bearing kids. She had what? I think it was, we just read about what, 4 kids?
4.
Come.
Right? Read on.
2 more later. Salakia. Verse 3. And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her.
Read on.
Verse 4. And she gave him Bilhah her handmaid to wife, and Jacob went in unto her. Verse 5. And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son. Verse 6. And Rachel said, the Most High has judged me, and hath also heard my voice, and hath given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan.
Read on.
Verse 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again, and bare Jacob a second son. Verse 8. And Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali.
Right? So this goes on here until I believe, hold on, skip to verse 15.
Verse 15. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And wouldest thou take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes.
You understand? She wanted the what? Rachel wanted those mandrakes. So they was basically making a deal for who was going to lie with Jacob that night. You understand? Right? And it goes on until they have what? He had what? 12 sons.
Yep. You
understand? All right. Now, can you know what I mean, be in love? You know what I mean? And how is it? Tabon, run it for me one more time.
Yes. So you know, being in love is, you know, again, like Officer Rock kind of said it. He said, is being in love synonymous with lust, infatuation, etc.? Should it be avoided, or is it a cherry on top for marriage? So in love is always, again, kind of looked at as like, you know, you infatuated with that person. You just up under them all the time. Kissy, kissy, boo, boo. You my favorite person in life. I'll die without you. You know, all that romantic, you know what I'm saying, movie stuff. You Hallmark cards. But then they'll say that you love somebody just because you care about them. You know what I mean? Like,
So now,
okay.
Now the question would be, is did you have sex with these both women?
Yes.
Absolutely. Tons
So
of
now, if you did have sex with these both women, who cares? Being in love, you know what I mean? What you gonna have to do as a man is you're gonna have to find a reason to love that woman. Find it.
That's
It's
right.
there. It's
That's
there.
right.
She could, you know what I mean? She could be the one that folds your socks or your drawers up the best. You love her for that. You understand? You
So
love her
like,
for. Come on.
Oh, Slack, I didn't mean to cut you off, sir. But I remember we were talking about if there ever was a reason to hate a woman, Adam had one.
Yeah.
When Eve was beguiled but in the garden.
Yes.
And he still had sons after that.
Yes. So now, with that being said, you know what I mean? Being a woman in here, what you want to do is you want to do what as a woman in here? What sister to answer? And what sister? Come on.
No, I'm not going to answer the question, but I have a question to kind of roll with that. Of course, I know we run in on the time, but it's on topic and it should be quick, sir.
Okay. Our sister to answer. You know what I mean? Because sisters, they go through this, you know what I mean? All the time, majority of the time, where they think their husband favorite this woman. And because he in their mind, he favored this woman by the way he treating her, it's like, well, you don't really love me. You understand? You don't really love me. And now it becomes what? Now instead of she tries to do what? Gain her husband. What was Leah trying to do by having children?
Gain favor.
Yes, gain his love. Now my husband is going to want me. Now he's going to do this. Now he's going to do that. Was she being a bitch? What she was like, well, you love Rachel, I'm going to leave. Was she boo-hooing? No. She was not boo-hooing. Ain't no snot was coming from Leah's nose. You understand? None of that was going on. Leah stuck in it. She's stuck in it. She's stuck in it. And she what? She prayed to the Lord. And the Lord answered her prayer. Yes.
I think
so why that's this?
Right.
Yes. She was trying to please her husband. Come on. Go ahead, tell me one.
So like I said, if I could just real quick on that, that's heavy because a situation like that just happened again. Now they in the world, so it's not quite the same. And I forgot, I was just talking to somebody about this, but like the situation that's going on with Chief Keef and Sexy Red and the other chick that he's dealing with, where like he's dealing with two women and they keep going back and forth with each other, and like one of them is trying to get, like the other one's trying to like do stuff to make Sexy Red feel like she's like, oh, he don't really care about you. You know what I mean? But then Sexy Red will come back and post a picture with her with Chief Keef chain, like, yeah, you can't get rid of me that easy. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like vying for his love in different ways. Now that's in the world, of course. But yeah, that's basically what Rachel and Leah was doing. Leah didn't just say, well, damn, he didn't choose me. He really wanted my sister, but you know, man, I don't want him because you know what I mean, because he really want her. Like, nah, she was like, nah, this is my husband, so I'm gonna fight for this. Salaki.
Yes. Yes. You understand? Yes. You understand? There's good competition and there's bad competition.
Okay.
What Tab one just explained was bad competition, but there's good competition.
Okay.
And good competition is you find what your husband love you for, and you do it. You get to work with that joint. You understand? Good in that kitchen, and you know he like that. Man, you make sure and have a hot meal for that man every day he comes over. You understand? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? In love, you in love with this woman, you love this woman. You know what I mean? Who the hell cares? You had sex, the deal done, you done, you know what I mean? You done made the deal. Now we're gonna have to make it work. We gotta find something to make it work. And now you being a sister in here, you are going to have to find a way to love your husband. You're gonna have to find a way to love your husband. Ain't no getting around it. You can't leave him because he's not in love with you. You can't leave him. When Christ, what did Christ say about a man leaving a woman? When can a man leave a woman?
Sir. Only for fornication, sir.
Only for fornication, unlawful sex. Did it say anything about, well, if he's not in love with her again? No. Who did allow it? You fall out of love with a woman. Who allowed it?
Moses.
Yes,
Moses.
Moses did, according to the Bible. And Christ said Moses only did it out of what? The hardness of your heart. But it was not like that from the beginning. You understand? In love, out of love, brother or sister, you understand? You had sex with that man, he is your man for the rest of your life. So now let's be adults. Come on.
So with Moses, what he did in any way did he contribute to whoredom by doing that?
Okay, I wouldn't say he contribute to whoredom. Whatever he did back then, right? He was instead of what? God. So whatever he did back then he was trying to do what? What was Moses trying to do?
Fix the issue.
Or you would say keep what? The peace.
Keep the peace. Come on.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you know, when a man and a woman, when they had enough of each other, it could get what?
Violent.
Yeah, it could get violent. You know, people could lose their life. You understand? So Moses was trying for us not to do what? To
unalive each other.
Yeah, delete each other. He didn't want that. So he did it this way. But Christ came and said what? Nah, it wasn't supposed to be like that in the beginning. So he came and increased it. So now you going through some issues with a man, right? He being abusive. Does it say you're supposed to leave him? No, but you better get, call and get counsel. You better get away from that. That don't mean now you could go, this is freedom. No, that ain't, no. You understand? That's why it's very important for a woman. Marriage is, extremely important to a woman. You understand? It's now more important than a man, because a man can have what? As much what? Woman as he want. A woman could have only what? One man for her whole entire life. So choose well, sis. Choose well. You sisters coming here and you don't want one of these, one of these, Commander Johnny Hannah soldiers. You want somebody in the world, ain't no sweat. Then none of these Commander Johnny Hannah soldiers will touch you after. You understand? But look, you know what I mean? Good, Good luck on that. You understand? Good luck on finding love outside of the UPK. You understand? You want to know, as Iraq asking, you want to know what being in love is, and come on, you gotta help me. You know what I mean? That I can't.
You said it right, so you said it right. You said it right, Adwan. Yeah, being in love versus love. You said it right.
Yes, being in love versus love. You understand? In here, being in love versus love, to me is the same thing. That's why I'm having difficulty in trying to come up with the verbiage. It's the same thing. You understand? You're gonna have to find that thing. I mean, you're gonna have to be a woman and humble yourself to that man. You're gonna have to humble. You can't want to meet that man, you know what I mean, on his level. When I say on his level, meaning you can't want to meet that man where you now giving off that man vibes. Well, if he come talk to me, I ain't gonna talk to him. You better be a woman. You better be a tender, sweet thing. You understand?
Right.
Come on.
Most High Christ.
But
Come on.
that being in love thing, that's just in the beginning anyway. Once that new car smell go away, it's all that infatuation stuff gonna go away. And then what's left? You just gotta, do your duty.
Yeah. Give me that one with that might be a good one, but you all understand what I'm saying. All right. Like it's the same thing in here. You know what I mean? Sex is marriage. Ain't no getting out of it. Ain't no getting out of it. You understand? You know what I mean? What you sisters do, the sisters who feel like they just love, you can make that man be in love. You know that, right?
That's
you
right.
can make that man be in love with you. Where he
That's
is,
right.
you know what I mean? He jump in that car and he is, you know what I mean, fighting to stick that key or push that button quick.
That's right.
To get home.
Come.
You understand? Some of you do the opposite.
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
They all know how to do that thing to make that man fall in love again.
Yeah, they know. They know what they did back then. Zion, they know exactly what I had to do. But because of competition, you understand, sisters, you know what I mean, seem to, you know what I mean, not, you know what I mean, focusing on the prize well. Leah did. You understand? Leah did. Leah know she was what? She was hated. And she's like, you know what? Ain't no sweat. I'm gonna make this man love me. You understand? I'm gonna make this man love me. I'm gonna have 4 of them back to back. All right. Tab one. You say you had a question. I think it was almost on topic. Right?
Oh, so you pretty much answered. So it's Tawaf. So.
Yeah, and just to add also too, you're a woman. What's gonna help you? What's gonna help you get past this whole situation? You know what I mean? And the same thing with men also too. You have a wife. You understand? You know what I mean? You with wife A, right? You be with wife A. You understand? You with wife B. You be with wife B. You understand? Don't try to bring wife A into wife B. You understand? Situation. Don't try to, you know what I mean, do that. Don't talk about wife A with B. Don't do that BS. You understand? Because now you might F the whole competition up. Now you're bringing bad competition in. You understand? All right. Don't do that. All right. I know we're up on the time. I wanted to get into a little bit with them oppressors with the white stockings on their head who hide in the face. What's the time, Tabo one?
9:26, sir.
I ain't gonna have time to do that. No. Okay, we might get into that next time. Next class, right? But before we go, I mean, you that video I sent you, Tabo one. At the end, make sure you play that video, right? And you know what I mean, brothers and sisters, you'll go on there and you know what I mean, comment, you know what I mean, hit the thumbs up on that video. It's going viral right now. Want to push this. You understand? This video here could, you know what I mean, could bridge the gap, you know what I mean, a little more with the Hispanic, with the native, with the Mexican, and them especially. You understand? All right. So you're gonna play that after. All right. At the end. All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over. You want any questions again before I move? Before we go? Okay. So with that, I'm gonna pass. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and Officer Bankiel.
Clap it up. Men of Israel, I.S.U.P.K. I'm going to render one courteous salute to Captain I.S.U.P.K. Men of Israel, my spot, I.S.U.P.K. Rock, Yahweh by Shimei Shabrak Thug.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, how about Shimei Shabrak Thumb?
Yadamatah, Sar, turn and face the sisters. Sisters, I.S.U.P.K., which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to our sisters. I.S.U.P.K. Shabbat, I.S.U.P.K. Barak, Yahweh Shema. Yadamatah. Yeshua means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There was another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is commandment, book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, which will be Wednesday, October the 2nd of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. We also have the Midwest Fire Cookout coming up at the end of this month. Get your affairs in order, talk to your camp leader, they'll make your arrangements. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.
Mexicans are now Americans now. Now you didn't want Mexicans are now Americans now. Now you didn't want
Everybody to what?
Mexicans. You didn't want Mexicans in this country. You didn't want Mexicans in this country. But now they can fight. You think we give a damn about a place that's murdered us for centuries? Now what the hell is wrong with that? What the hell is wrong with us loving our own people? But you know what? You want us to love you after everything you have done. American people, when they brought other people over here, hell, y'all still be over somewhere else. Who in the hell? Who the fuck gave you a green card? Where you get your green card from? You the goddamn immigrant. That's right. You came over here on the ship. These people been over here. Latvian Spanish been over here. You are on stolen property. That's what you own. And you get mad at us for coming out here and telling you the truth about who you are. El hombre blanco, el del diablo, de la Santa Biblia. That's what we coming out here to tell you. So now, Mexicans are now Americans now. Now you didn't want Mexicans. You didn't want Mexicans in this country. You didn't want Mexicans in this country. But now they for the country. You think you're about to go to war? Man, to hell with this country, man. That's right. You think we give a damn about a place that's murdered us for centuries? Now what the hell is wrong with that? What the hell is wrong with us loving our own people? But you know what? You want us to love you after everything you have done. American people, when they brought other people over here, hell, y'all still be over somewhere else. Who in the hell? Who the fuck gave you a green card? Where you get your green card from? You the goddamn immigrant. That's right. a ship. These people been over here. Black and Hispanics been over here. You are on stolen property. That's what you are on. And then you get mad at us for coming out here and telling you the truth about who you are. El hombre blanco, el del diablo, de la Santa Biblia. That's what we coming out here to tell you.